All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Jen, would you take roll, please?
Commissioner Corbin?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Wagner?
Here.
Commissioner Phil?
Here.
And Mayor Lindsay.
Here. You have before you the agenda for this evening.
Make the motion, we approve the agenda for this evening.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Acknowledged letter from the South Dakota DLA, the audit report. Jen, did you want to address that?
I will. You have as part of your agenda packet this evening a letter from the Auditor General with the Department of Legislative Audit that simply states they have reviewed and accepted the 2015 audit. You have all been provided copies, hard copies of the document. That document is also posted online. The entire audit is online under the Finance Office page on our website. You will remember looking, if you flip through your document that you have in front of you there, you have seen all of this before. We went through all of these exhibits in pieces back in March. We took probably, I think, 4 or 5 weeks in March and went through all of these exhibits in detail. There have been very minimal changes to any of these exhibits in between the annual report timeframe and the audit, which means we did a very good job on all of our adjusting entries. The few minor adjustments that we did make in between the two copies were under $500 worth of some adjustments for special assessments, some old special assessments that were hanging out there as deferred revenue that actually had been paid many years ago. And then a couple minor changes, or excuse me, a couple minor adjustments to some community center membership that was sitting out on the balance sheet. Again, just some old stuff hanging out there that we had to expense and clean up. So minor, very minor adjusting entries. As I had shared with you earlier, the Finance Office did have to do numerous account setups and adjusting entries for the GASB 68 implementation that was effective December of 2015. GASB 68 are the pension regulations, and that now requires us to book pension liability and pension expense, similar to the OPEB liabilities that we have done in the past for health insurance. Okay, so several entries, some new line items that you will see on the balance sheet and on our expenditure guidelines under pension expense. And on that particular annual report and audit, those are your deferred inflows and outflows, our major your GASB adjustments there.
They're weird. They're outside of assets, liabilities, and owner equity.
They are their own little section of the balance sheet that they are. So bottom line, our audit has been accepted. The in-house financials, all of our in-house financials have been tied out to the annual report and to now the audit. All of these updated expenditure items have been plugged into the 2017 budget book that you should get here in the next several weeks, and we are near ready to close the door on 2015.
Questions or comments? Do we have a motion to acknowledge?
Make a motion, we acknowledge the audit report for 2015 and hire the firm back.
Okay, that's
Oh,
next.
that's a later one.
Yep,
We'll just be up under
Oh, okay.
appearances right now.
Okay.
Do we have a second?
I'll make a second to acknowledge the letter from the South Dakota DLA.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Is there anything anyone wants to remove from the consent calendar? If not, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing no old business, under new business, authorize the mayor to sign the engagement letters with Stonefish and Company for the 2016 annual report and audit services. And so basically, this is the same company that did our 2015.
I'll
Bring
make-
them back for the 2016 audit if I can, please. A small increase, they do go year by year. So what they have quoted us, what's in these engagement letters that you have as part of your packet, is $2,600 for the annual report, and then $13,000 for the audit. The total of those two, as compared to last year, is an increase of $400 for total service package, and and is actually less than what I had budgeted for 2017. They provide me service year-round. I'm very happy with this group. I would love to have them back for another year, please.
They've definitely answered some questions that I've had that,
Yeah, like I said, they work
was
for us
needed.
year-round. I mean, we
They
have
have.
any kind of questions, whether it's injuries, whether it's whatever, they are always willing to help.
Bob?
I'll make a motion that we hire this firm back for 2016 annual report and audit services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. First reading of the ordinance 1584, water rates and charges. Jeremiah, did you want to address this?
We're just looking at raising the minimum this year for residential customers. Nearly everybody has a 3/4 or 5-inch meter. I believe it's going up by $2 on the minimum. And then we're proportionally, we're raising the 4-inch meter rate a little bit. I don't remember exactly what that came out to, but
We increased it by $66.52, which brings it up to $809.11.
right, that's a really big meter, by the way. It's not in a home. Other than that, the same as last year, so not too bad.
Okay. Questions or comments? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the first reading of ordinance number 1584, water rates and charges.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3, first reading of ordinance 1585, electric rates and charges. Brad or Jeremiah, do either one of you? Brad pointed at you, Jeremiah. So
We
that's your
are
point.
across the board raising rates by 1% next year, which is the smallest rate increase in a very long time.
Very long time.
So I think it's a well-deserved break for the ratepayers in Madison. And I'm comfortable that we can get everything done next year and keep the lights on at a 1% rate increase too, so it's a good deal.
Very good.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the first reading of ordinance number 1585 for electric rates and charges.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. First reading of ordinance 1586, wastewater user charges. Again, Jeremiah, do you want to discuss that one?
We are raising the minimum $2.50 a month for residential customers. Commercial users will see their minimum go up by $5, and then the extra meter charge is going up by $2.50. And we forgot to mention an extra meter charge for water. I believe it's going up $2 there. So the extra meter charge for water and sewer will now be the same. Other than that, our unit rate's remaining the same. It's been the same for the last 3 years, I believe, so.
Very good. Questions or comments? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to acknowledge first reading ordinance number 1586, wastewater user charges.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. First reading of ordinance 1587, refuse collection fees. Fred is not here.
Fred's not here, so I guess I'll handle that.
All right.
Solid waste, we did go ahead, discussed, excuse me, during the budget process, the 65-gallon carts will go from $14.75 to $15.75. And then the 95-gallon carts, and we still allow the 2 30-gallon cans if you don't want the carts. Those fees on a monthly basis will go from $18 to $19.
Questions or comments? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion we acknowledge first reading ordinance number 1587, refuse collection fees.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. First reading of ordinance number 1588 for the restricted use site fees. And again, Jen, I'll ask you if you want to address that.
Okay. Current fees right now are, if you haul to the restricted use site via a pickup, those fees will go from $10 a load to $15 a load. If they're hauled by other means, which my understanding is a trailer, dump truck, whatever else, anything other than that pickup load, they will go from $7.50 per cubic yard to $10 per cubic yard. These haven't been adjusted in quite some time.
Mhm.
10 year, I think almost
Seems like
10
a
years.
fair rate.
Mhm.
It's almost 10 years since
Bob?
they've adjusted those.
Well, yeah, it's a fair way, to do this, but, have we got a contract signed out there with everything? Everything good to go on the pit and everything?
At this point in that, no. And that's on the landowners.
I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 1588, restricted use site fees.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing no announcements, no executive session, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.